Tesla is a scam, it doesn't make any money and it only survives because of the investors. The day that goes public, it will crash. They are losing millions each month, they cannot even produce the Model S, it's way overvalued. There is no way they can build that many cars, I'm shorting the stock as it will go to zero in no time. The autonomy software will never be good enough, and all the robotaxis, humanoid robots and GPU clusters will be a waste of money. It's always the same song, and it always ends in the same way. But could this time be different? Tesla is betting all their chips on autonomy and AI, and they need to succeed to continue growing. Will they be able to do it, or have they already reached the top? I've been following Tesla since its beginnings, so let's have a look at its past, at their crucial moments, and finally see if the big bet on AI will pay off, or if maybe it will be the last mistake of the company. If you have been following Tesla for a while, you already know that it polarizes people like no other company. Not in vain has it been the most shorted stock in the market, and it always has its strongest supporters as well as its most intense detractors. But until now the supporters have always ended up being right, as the stock has had one of the biggest growth of the past decade. But how long can this last? The current valuation of the company is bigger than all other car manufacturers combined. It already takes into account the future growth of the car business and the growth of the production, storage and distribution of electric energy. What else does Tesla have that would make the stock rally again? Autonomy? The Optimus bot? Those are the high-risk, high-reward bets where the company is putting all their money. But will this work as expected? Usually it's not a good idea to put all your eggs in the same basket, and this is exactly what Tesla is doing with the AI revolution. Even Elon Musk has said several times that if someone doesn't believe that Tesla will achieve a fully autonomous vehicle, they should not be an investor in the company. A good part of the current valuation and most of the future growth is sustained on the idea that they will be able to have an autonomous car, and that their cars will drive far better than the rest, that no other company will have the same level of technology. The Optimus bot is more of the same. If they are not able to develop a software capable of understanding the real world, the humanoid robots will be even more useless than the autonomous cars. They will be an expensive toy that you need to control all the time, a complete waste of money. And what about the tens of billions of investment that they are putting on all of this? They are buying as much AI infrastructure as they can, and this will get outdated in just a few years, so they need to take advantage of it immediately. So now that we know the path that they are following, and knowing that they are burning the ships on the shore and betting all on this idea, is this a good bet? Will this be worth it in the future? One could say that this is not a good idea, but looking at the history of the company, we can see that they have done it several times, not betting on AI, but betting all their chips to the same number. It happened when they were still a private company and they were developing the Tesla Roadster. They were deeply in debt and they had no source of income, and yet they were investing all the money they had in the factory and betting that the Roadster would sell like no other electric car had ever done before. And they were right. The same happened again in 2013 with the Model S. They had just a couple of weeks of money left, and they were praying that all customers will finally buy the promised car. And it happened again in 2018, when they invested a huge amount of money on their new factories to ramp up the Model 3 production, and it worked again. These 3 times Tesla was on the verge of collapse. They were days away from bankruptcy, and they still were focused on their mission and going all in, and it was a success. A painful success, but a success after all. They are now the biggest car company and one of the most important companies in the world. But this time is different. This time, they are not betting the entire company on this. They would still have a very profitable business if they fail, and they would maintain most of their jobs regardless. So, if this is not a do-or-die situation, why is this so important? Why would the company be in trouble if they do not succeed? A lot of other companies have failed in their multi-billion projects, like the Apple electric car, where they lost tens of billions during a decade, or the Facebook plans to provide internet, or the Microsoft phone, or the countless projects that Google has started and then killed, and they are still the biggest companies in the world. So why is it so important for Tesla to be right again? Because if they are wrong, they would be just another car company that produces only 2 million vehicles per year, and that also has a good business in electric storage, but nothing else. No robotaxi, no Optimus bot, no Dojo supercomputers, no licensing of the full self-driving software. Nothing. It would go down way faster than it went up. They would lose countless of good employees that believe in the mission and that would go anywhere else to fulfill it. All the projects of other companies that I mentioned earlier were not very important to the overall ambitions, but autonomy is crucial for Tesla. They would still be alive without it, but they would be just a shadow of what they can become if this path is successful. They would still have good factories and produce a good product, but no one would believe anything about AI anymore. Everyone would accept that this is not something that Tesla would be able to do, and they would start valuing the company for the quality of their cars, which is not that bad, but it doesn't justify the huge valuation that they have right now. The Tesla long-term investors, the employees, and even Elon are constantly repeating that they are not a car company. They don't even say anymore that their goal is to accelerate electrification. They are the new real-world AI company, and the company that will revolutionize the way we move and the way we live. They say that they are an artificial intelligence and robotics company, but they have not sold a single robot yet, and the AI they currently have is far from what it needs to be. So this is crucial to their future. Even if they are not going bankrupt if they fail, for sure they would not be a top 20 company and all their business plans will need to shift. It would be like Apple never releasing the iPhone or Amazon never providing Amazon Web Services. They would probably still be around, but the impact they would have would be way less important. That's the only question remaining about the future valuation of Tesla. Will they succeed on their path to develop a real-life artificial intelligence that they can use to drive their cars and to control their humanoid robots? Yes or no? If you don't think so, then even the current valuation of Tesla is ridiculous. It's sustained on thin air and should collapse as soon as the market realizes the same. But if you think they will do it, the current valuation of Tesla is a bargain. A cheap offer that will be multiplied by many times once they are able to offer these new products and as soon as the whole world sees the result. But at the end, your opinion, or mine, or anybody else's doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the ability of the company and their employees to fulfill this mission, and the results that Tesla will be able to deliver. Everything else is just entertainment, a show that we follow to have some fun and enjoy. But if I had to decide, I would probably be optimistic, as they have already gone through very difficult times and they have always succeeded, so the least I would give them is the benefit of the doubt. But in any case, let's enjoy the show while it lasts, because either if you are a huge fan and supporter of the company, or if you think that it's all a scam led by Musk, what is certain is that companies like this don't happen very often, so let's enjoy the ride and hope that never gets boring. What do you think? Will Tesla finally provide us a real-life AI that we can trust? Or will they continue with semi-automated modes that will never lead us to the promised land? Leave a comment with your thoughts and subscribe if you want more of these videos. And as always, take care and learn more.